pals, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, your suet puddin' with another drag queen approved makeup video. And what are we approving or possibly disapproving of this week? Beauty Bay's latest release, the Smoky, Smoky, Smoky palette. The palette's so nice they named it thrice. Actually, they do that with all their palettes, I'm just going to say. But this is a very exciting palette. I got this as an early birthday present from the one and only Martha Grunwald, one of my fabulous YouTube subscribers and a member of the Fingerdoo family on Patreon. Shut your face, link down below. And I have to say, this is fabulous. Now, I like this a lot better than I thought it was going to because the browns in here are all cool tones. So there are a lot of neutrals, but they're cool tone. And the shimmers, there's not that many. There's a couple here, couple through here. Most of them are right here. But mattes, mattes, mattes. There's a deep purple, there's a deep navy, black, good gray tones. And then the neutral tones in this, I think, are all cool and not too... I already have that neutral toned. Do you know what I mean? So this is a very exciting palette. I'm so excited to have gotten this. Now, I'm just going to, in doing this look, I'm actually getting ready for my makeup and movies. I'm doing a little review, not a full deep dive like I do with classic movies. I'm doing a review of a new movie, the movie Slay, which came out on Tubi just recently. So I thought I would use this palette to create like a goth look. I don't necessarily want to do a black and white look, but there really isn't much else in here. But I think what I will do is I will use that deep purple and try and blend it out into a purple. And then we'll see what we've got. So I'm going to start with this very, very small amount. And I just want to start in here. I'm going to do a double cut crease, I think, too. So normally I don't put something so dark right here, but I do want to blend this out. See, that's a purple. Do you know what I mean? It's not black. There's a good blue tone in there, which I love. I don't know what it is about gray tone palettes. As a drag queen, I like color, 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 and then I'm really not a fan of the neutral tones that a lot of palettes have, but I like to use the neutral tones to do my eyebrows. So I did the same thing with this palette. I went in with some very light grays and a bit of very touch of black. I did my eyebrows ahead of time, but I show you the footage because people enjoy my eyebrows. I'm not gonna deny them the fabulousness of a well-blended brow. Shut your face. But I think the process of painting brows is a bit boring. I'm gonna go with this one. I used this one in my eyebrows. I'm gonna use it again here. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And again, because this is dark, I don't want it to be too dark. So I'm going to try and eke it out over both eyebrows. I was very impressed that the movie Slay, which if you haven't seen it, it's free. It's on Tubi. I'd never heard of Tubi before. Well, I had. I mean, let's be honest. I don't live under a rock, and it costs nothing to join Tubi. Like you have to watch commercials, but I find that funny now because I think my generation hates commercials because we grew up having these commercial breaks. Especially if you're my age, there was always those during the Christmas holidays. There were those craft kitchens commercials where they promoted a craft product and always got the kids like, "Mommy, I want that." Yeah, thanks, Kraft. Now I find commercials are coming off like a bit of a novelty for the younger generation because they've been streaming. They don't really see any commercials like we grew up on. So God bless them all. God bless them all. All right, so now I'm going to go into, I haven't said any of these names. The first one I went into is called Nightmare, which is that purple down here. And then I went into Magnet, which is that one. And now I'm going to go into clouds, and I'm going to mix it a bit with the snow, which is the white. I'm going to start with it and blend this out here. And then I'm going to go into it with the clouds, mix it out, and just get a lighter version of the whole thing. Speaking of free streaming, I've been watching some content off of Pluto TV. I don't know if any of you have heard of this yet, but I have to say, I don't mind Pluto TV because there's a lot of shows on it. Like I Love Lucy. They have all of I Love Lucy on there, all 6 seasons. And yeah, it's broken up with commercials, but that's all right. Plus, they've got shows that I really enjoy watching. Like they're not on TV anymore, like Ink Master. I really like that show. I like shows where people have to show a skill set. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of these shows, these reality type game shows or contest shows, it's not so much about a skill as just, you know, maybe it's physical skill, but it's not. There's no real set of inherent skills that everyone has. You know what I mean? It's like either you're good at puzzles or you're not, or you're physically fit or you're not, or so I really I really like being able to watch some of the older stuff. They have Fear Factor. I used to love watching Fear Factor. They have the Challenge. They've got everything. The Dick Van Dyke Show, Unsolved Mysteries. They've got a movie channel. I've already watched 2 different movies on Pluto because they just weren't available in other places. And I hadn't seen them in a while. And it was just nice to see them somewhere. But with Tubi, while I was waiting for Slay to come on, I kind of started surfing their catalog, and they have quite a lot of good things on there to watch. Like I was very impressed. So I'm definitely going to check out other stuff. All right, I know this is looking weird, but I'm going to now cut my crease here with. You know what? Normally I use my PLouise, but today I think I need something a little heavier. So I'm going to go in with my Super Color by Krylon. This is a theater makeup. It's a little heavier. Use that to cut my crease because I really want it to stand out. Normally I use this product for the whites of my eyes, like down in the corner and everything. And I also use it to help kind of sharpen up my eyeliner there. So it's great if you're kind of trying to whiten out something, block something out as white. But like for something like that, I much prefer to use that than the PLouise is wetter, so it moves around more with the brush. I feel like you kind of have to put some on, let it dry, but put more on, whereas this, it's just done. Like that's it. It's not doing much different than that, I hope. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go back into Tuxedo, and I'm going to reverse the order of this gray. I'm going to start with the darkest and come forward for my eyelid. And to do this, I just have to relax my eye, ignore my hoods, I'm going to go back in and darken all that, but let's go in with the next shade. I'm going to pick up that fluffy brush that I used for my mid-tone grays, and I'm going to go back into Magnet. I'm just going to continue this eyelid shape. Now, I have a bake down, but I'm not getting any fallout, so I'm very impressed. But then it's Beauty Bay. I don't really expect a lot of fallout from Beauty Bay. Just because this is a black palette, I just didn't want to set myself up for heartbreak. Oh, God. I just have a cloth, like a bar towel here. I'm just using it to switch off my gray. I'm going into the lightest shade, which is Clouds, that I used in the beginning. I'm just going to put that into this area here. Blend it out. I have to say, even with the lighter shades, there's a lot of pigmentation here, which I love. Let me spray my face. Let me have a cup of tea. Yummo. Okay, so I'm going to go in with some BH Cosmetics Base Boost and glitter glue. Just use a little PLouise concealer brush for this. I'm going to put this here. All right, I am going to go into this glitter shade right here, which is called Nightclub. It's not glitter, it's a shimmer. And I'm using an angled brush, the angled brush that I actually used to put the Midnight purple on. And I'm just going to tap this along that edge. Just want that glitter. But it's hard to see, but I see it, so that's all that matters. Also, this is the kind of thing that would show up on stage under hot lights for sure. Yeah, that's all right. And then I'm just going to take another PLouise brush, and I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with this kind of bluey gray shimmer, just to get some light in here. Yeah, that's good. Looks like metal, I'll tell you. Beauty Bay. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I feel this flaking off my, like, onto my face, but I'm not really getting any fallout, but the formula of this is flaky, like a foil, which is how it ends up looking so metallic once you rub it kind of down. But that's why I like the PLouise concealer brushes. These brushes here that I have, I got in the Europe Pizza Heaven, or Europe, I don't know, it was a present that David Burkett sent me from PLouise. It was their pizza-themed mystery box or gift box. I don't know what it was, or if it was the box, like the gift set or the bundle. Bundle, that's the word. Why couldn't I find the word bundle? Anyway, in the box were 3 brushes, and they were in a box that looked like a pizza cutter. And so this is one of those brushes. They're really good. But I really like to use the PLouise brushes to put on shimmers and multi-chromes and things, because I feel that the flatness of the brush really kind of mimics a finger, so you get that, I think you get that payoff a little more. Now, I'm going to use the other side of that brush because there's nothing on it, and I'm going to go into this one here, which is called Frost, and it's very, again, light, like almost like a light indigo blue, but it's very silver, like it's a silver for sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Very different look for Wilma. I'm not sure that I am loving my eyebrows per se. I'm just going to go in with some more magnet and I just want to darken this under section of them. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. There we go, eyebrows. All right, so I think that what I am going to do is finish my eyeliner, do some contour, some cheeks and some lips, and throw on maybe some fabulous hair. You don't know, and I'll be right back. Shut it. Kick it over the beauty. And there we go. The look is done. The hair is on. The jewels. My fabulous friend Nick Sweet sent me this necklace set. I haven't had a chance to wear it yet, so I thought this would be the perfect look for it. A nice dramatic memories of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't know. But there you go. Now, on to the important thing. Beauty Bay's Smoky palette. Is it Dry Queen approved? You're darn right it is. It is incredibly blendable. The pigments in here are fantastic. Now, I stuck to mostly these up here and a couple of the darker cool tones down here. And I think for the look, fantastic. I used a dark shimmer. No, I used this one here. I used a couple of other shimmers. This shimmer here has a pink tone to it, which I love. The warm neutrals in here I used for contour. And I did use a bit of the black just on the outside of my lips to ombre them in. I also used these two as a highlighter. And I think that it looks fantastic. Now to finish the look off, of course, I'm wearing my Juvia's Place foundation. I also used the Rude Cosmetics Blush Crush in, this is the Level Up one. And I really like this one. I wanted to use this one because it's not pinks and it's more neutral tones, which I thought looked great for this. And as you know, I am always on the hunt for the next best eyeliner. I've not been having a lot of luck with eyeliners. I've been using Black Radiance lately. I ran out of their liquid. But I have to say, I got this in, I think I got this in a Rude Cosmetic mystery bag. And it is their Police Eyeliner Up. I'm not sure if this is different from their other liners, but it came in a set. And I'm impressed. I'm actually interested in going onto the Rude website and having a look at their liquid liner in general, if it's the same thing or if it's just this one, and maybe I should get a couple more. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that it came together beautifully. As with all Beauty Bay products, there was no fallout that I could speak of, although I did feel with some of the shimmers, because there's a flaky formula with some of their shimmers, that I could feel particles falling, but nothing stained my face. And it's matte heavy, which always makes me want to drag queen approve everything because, you know, us drag queens, we are nothing without our matte makeup. Now, if you like this look, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, why don't you do that? Also, just a reminder, I did this look for my makeup and movies review of the movie Slay. That will be up very shortly, so you can, or I've got a link to it here. One of the two things is happening. I'm not sure where we are in the timeline, but I will have a link for it somewhere in the description box down below. Speaking of down below, leave a comment, share the video. Those are great ways to help support this channel and to improve my algorithm. You heard me. Oh, and if you would like to help support the Fingerdoo review a little more, well, there's the YouTube thanks button just below this window where you can leave a tip or do, or you can do it old school with my PayPal link in the description box, along with my link to my Redbubble store where you can get all the Wilma merch you need, and a link to my Patreon page where the Fingerdoo family meet twice a month for live chats, among other things. Until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and miss me. Mwah! Seriously. Oh, I feel so dramatic. So dramatic!